Hey everybody, what's up? You're listening to Experiments.fm, a podcast where we talk about marketing experimentation, optimization, testing, growth, where we run real experiments on products and brands that we've built, bought, or partnered with a client on. So let's dig in. All right, here we are. We're back. I'm Ryan.
I'm Brian.
And today we're going to be talking about one of our favorite topics, how to set up metrics for your experiment sprint. Web analytics is something that we're really passionate about. We love web analytics. We love marketing analytics. We
are fun at parties.
We are, yes, we are fun at parties. But here's the key, don't have too much fun, right? Because you can really overthink metrics in web analytics. We have sort of an internal joke about metrics, and even just experimenting is doing all the things, right? We want to track all the things, right? I want to put some code on my website and I just want to track everything. I want to see this button and that button and this scroll and whatever, and that's all great and we can do it all, but you can do too much, right? Typically we see, regardless of what your business model is, SaaS, e-commerce, B2B lead gen, whatever it is, the key metrics for your app or your product or your sales process or your lead gen funnel, 3 to 5 events maybe. Do we have any clients that are tracking more than 10 events that are relevant?
I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, at least at the beginning, right? The further you go, the more things you want to track. The bottom line is, let's say your business is, well, first of all, I got to get a plug in because a lot of the topic of conversation here is pulled from a video that the Y Combinator CEO did. It's probably been a while, and I'll try to link to it. It's actually on our website, but there's a 5 or so minute section there where he talks about product analytics. And the tools that we're going to talk about today are product analytics tools. He goes so far as to say, I'm not sure I agree 100%, but he says if you're using Google Analytics to track your products events, then you're doing it wrong. Google Analytics, yes, for all the haters, does have an event tracking system built in now, but they're kind of late to the party, I think, on that end of it. And really what we feel like is using something like Google Analytics alongside of a Mixpanel heap or something along those lines to track events, users and events. Google Analytics, and I think I'm quoting Michael directly when I say that Google Analytics is great for figuring out how many people are coming to your website and what pages they're viewing, but what's really more important is who are these users, where are they coming from, and most importantly, what are they doing? And
where are they dropping off if they're not doing it?
Yeah, where are they dropping off? So give me an example just off the cuff of of an event funnel. Take one of our apparel clients. What's an event funnel look like for someone like that?
Let's say someone comes to the site and the first thing that we want them to do is view product.
Yeah.
So they're going to click a button.
Yeah.
They're going to view the product page, and then they're going to do one of two things: either customize that design or purchase it right then and there.
Yeah, and add to cart.
Right.
And then those key events. There's 3 to 4 in the e-commerce world that you probably want to be optimizing for.
So take an action, view whatever the thing is that you're wanting them to do, and
add
then
to cart.
Add to cart.
And depending on what e-commerce platform you're working with, like initiate checkout and checkout complete.
Buy now.
Yeah, so that's a good point. A lot of these sites have add to cart and then buy it now options, especially if you're using Shopify.
I guess one other thing too, as you're setting up the tracking and the event tracking, it could depend on the experiment that you're running. But every experiment should have a goal, and that goal is the thing you're tracking. So while you're going to have your basic setup, there occasionally in an experiment, maybe an additional one, that's the thing that you're actually trying to.
Yeah, that's a great point.
To look at.
Yeah, I can think of one really good example of that is, let's say, and we'll get into this topic down the road, but generally speaking, we feel like conversion rate optimization is a big buzzword in the industry right now. We do it, we feel like we're good at it, but conversion rate optimization is way more than increasing the conversion rate on your website. It's getting people to move through a funnel on or off your website. It's not just about making the button red or making the button blue. It's about experimenting with different user flows. And I think what she's talking about is, but let's say one of the experiments that we're running is at the top of the funnel in the audience acquisition phase. And one of the experiments that we want to do is try to, what would happen if we posted a video on our YouTube channel every day for the next 90 days and then duplicated those videos on our website. The event that we would be tracking there is user watched a video, right? Mm-hmm. And try to optimize for that event. An example I think Michael in his example, the Y Combinator example, he uses Instagram, simple example, right? They optimize for the upload a photo event, right? Uber probably optimized for the get a ride event. The list goes on and on, right? One of the other things is if your product requires like onboarding events, like, if it's a free trial product, then the events that you want to optimize for are the events that indicate
engagement.
Engagement, and we call it finding the happy place, right? The happy spot, right? Where the user has found value. There's a great presentation from the CEO of Evernote talking about, and I forget the exact numbers, but he talks about how they optimize their funnel for creating notes, right? And the more notes you create, the more valuable Evernote becomes and the more sticky it becomes. And their conversion rates over time, I'm quoting numbers here that I think are accurate, but their conversion rates were like double or triple even if a user stayed for a year, because they would, with one note, the value that Evernote has to you is X. But if you have 100 notes in there, it becomes way more valuable. So, they probably set up their event tracking to optimize for notes created. And as part of our process, we sit down with our clients and dissect what those events are in their funnel, and then build experiments to optimize for those events. But the key is setting up simple analytics. Don't overthink the analytics at this point. We like to use, there's two tools that we really, really like. There's a bunch of them out there. Mixpanel and Heap are the two that really jump out. We use Google Analytics with every one of our clients, and we also use Google Data Studio to set up kind of dashboard reporting. But for user and event tracking, Mixpanel and Heap are amazing. So I'm going to give you a look at my screen. We're going to give you a couple of examples of Mixpanel funnel dashboards. So this is a SaaS product. This product is, you go to the site, you request an embed code, get an email, you confirm your account, and then inside of the app, we're trying to get you to do something. And that thing is to copy some code and put it on your site. These are those events, right? This many people requested the embed code, this many people confirmed the account, and this many people actually went into the app and copied the code. So you can see kind of where our optimization experiments are going to be focused on, right? We're going to try to, we feel like we know that getting people to copy this code is critical to the UX, and so we're going to try to focus on our onboarding to try to make that happen, right? Another example would be, this is just this is actually a CDN product. It's a technology platform, similar funnel. You got to put in your email address, embed code, view registration, and then complete the registration. So you can see kind of the funnel there. These are both freemium SaaS products. So this funnel looks a lot different if it's e-commerce versus SaaS or lead gen or whatever. But the bottom line is the critical pieces of the model can be condensed to 3 or 4 steps. Henry David Thoreau said, "Simplify, simplify," and Ralph Waldo Emerson's response was, "Why simplify?"
Yeah, sure. I understand. I saw you remember that.
Yeah. So anyway, bottom line is, with event tracking, you gotta set up a simple funnel to track the 3 to 5 metrics that are key to your model. And in a link to the show notes, we'll put this link to the YouTube channel.
Or ask us.
Or ask us, right?
If you're wondering what are the main events and you would like us to help you with that, we can help you with that too.
Yep, for sure. All right, thanks. Mixpanel,
Bye.
Heap, events. See ya.